There are 36 desks in classroom 2B. I know because I counted them every single day for 3 months. And on the 63rd day of sophomore year, someone sat in mine. Not just any desk, my desk. Window seat, back row, where the afternoon sun hits just warm enough to nap through history. I had emotionally claimed it, and this transfer student, with messy brown hair and a hoodie that looked like it survived a minor war, just walked in and sat down. And that, apparently, was the exact moment my entire high school life decided to reroute itself. Before Ren crashed into my life like a loading error, I was what teachers call independent, and what students call that girl who eats lunch in the art room. It wasn't tragic. It was just quiet. My best friend had moved to Osaka over the summer. My art club disbanded, and I had developed this weird habit of talking to my pencil case. Her name was Betsy. So when I saw a boy in my seat, my brain short-circuited. "Oh, is this taken?" he asked. I opened my mouth to say, "Yes, by my soul." Instead, I said, "No, it's fine. Enjoy the sunbeam." I spent the entire history class sketching him in my margins, not because I liked him, because I was planning a very detailed revenge. He just kept staring out the window, like he was waiting for a spaceship. By the time the bell rang, I had filled 3 pages. For 3 days, we didn't speak. Then on Thursday, he appeared at my locker holding my blue pen. "You dropped this," he said. "It rolled under my desk during the Great Sea Migration." The Great Sea Migration. I laughed. Actually laughed. Out loud, in a school hallway. I hadn't done that in months. That was the crack in the wall. The next day, he asked if I would show him the cafeteria. I said, maybe. He told me he moved from Hokkaido. I told him my art club had died. He told me he played guitar, but only knew 3 songs. One of them was the theme from a magical girl anime. I almost choked on my rice ball. And just like that, I had a lunch friend. Not a replacement for the one in Osaka. Something new, something that felt like building a bridge. Then came Hana, a force of nature disguised as a sophomore. She sat down at our table, looked at us, and said, "You two are obviously in the will they won't they phase, and I am bored. Adopt me." I denied it immediately. Ren said nothing, which was somehow worse. Within 2 weeks, she had built an entire social ecosystem. We were the roof gang, and for the first time since my best friend left, I felt like I belonged to something. 3 weird kids on a roof, sharing rice balls, pretending we weren't avoiding the cafeteria crowds. I would sketch. Ren would strum an imaginary guitar. Hana would lie back and point at clouds. But here's the thing about friendship. It doesn't stay still. It grows. And sometimes, it grows in directions you don't expect. The school festival was coming. Our class built a haunted house, and somehow it was just me and Ren in the art room until 7 p.m., painting cardboard tombstones. He got paint on his nose. I laughed. He got this stupid, unfair transfer student look and dabbed paint on my cheek. And we just stopped. The room was too quiet. The lamp was too warm. My heart was too loud. I looked away first. I always looked away first. That night, I walked home in the rain. I didn't even care that my shoes were soaked. I kept touching my cheek where the paint had been, and I realized, with the kind of clarity that only comes when you're alone and cold and slightly delirious, I was in trouble. The next day, I saw him talking to Sato-senpai. 3rd year, student council, the kind of pretty that makes you want to apologize for existing. So I did what any emotionally mature person would do. I ate lunch in a bathroom stall. Hana found me.
"You're being an idiot."
She said. Sato-senpai asked him to play guitar for the council cafe. That's it. Meanwhile, he keeps asking me if you're mad at him. I had been so afraid of what I felt that I almost threw the whole thing away. Festival night. I was hiding behind the gym, staring at the stars. I knew his footsteps by then. Hana said you thought I liked Sato-senpai, he said. You draw everything, Yuna, but you never look at yourself. Then, he pulled something from his guitar case. My drawing. The first one. Of him by the window. I kept it, he said, because it was the first time someone looked at me like I was worth drawing. I showed him my sketchbook, the last page, the three of us on the roof, the sun setting, the moment before everything changed. I draw what I don't want to forget, I said. And I don't want to forget this. Any of it. He smiled. Not the awkward transfer student smile. A real one. Then don't, he said. Stay. In the seat. In the sunbeam. With me. He held out his hand. I took it. So that's how I met Ren. How Hana adopted us. How the girl who ate lunch alone ended up with a boyfriend who still can't play more than 3 songs, and a best friend who still claims she's the queen. The seat was never mine. It was just a desk. But the sunbeam? The sunbeam was always there. I just needed someone to remind me to look up. So, if you're eating lunch alone right now, your people might be one wrong seat away. And when they show up, don't look away. I'm Yuna. Thanks for sitting with me.